Let the contest begin. International speech contestants, please indicate you're present by raising your hand. The speaking order for the International Speech Contest is: contestant number 1 is Hector Cabrera Farjat. There will be 1 minute of silence after the contestant. Timekeepers, when I advise you to do so, please signal me with the green card when 1 minute is up. After the contestant has spoken, the judges will be given all the time they need to complete their ballots. Contestant, please pin the timer in your Zoom window. Do you have the timer pinned in your window?
I have.
Thank you. Timekeepers, will you please cycle your timing signal now? Zoom masters, will you unmute the next contestant? Contestant number 1, please acknowledge you are unmuted with a good afternoon or contest chair.
Good afternoon, contest chair.
Thank you. First contestant. Hector Cabrera Farjat, with speech titled You know, Hector, what is your speech title?
Why not me?
Why not me? Thank you. Hector Cabrera Farjat, why not me? Why not me, Hector Cabrera Farjat?
Have you ever been in a situation when you seem to have things going from bad to terrible and cannot help yourself but ask, why me? After all, it's only human. Maybe during 2020 and the COVID-19 crisis, you ask yourself this. However, I believe it's the worst question you can ask yourself, and I'll tell you why. And I will share with you what I believe is a better question. Fellow Toastmasters contest chair, I was born into matriarchy. When I was growing up, our mothers were the biggest influence of our lives. And I say mothers because I grew up on a family building, 4 different families, 1 in each level. And among all the little children, the mothers functioning as our collective mother. And my grandma Noni at the head of them. Our building was a very noisy place. During the holidays and the birthdays, her house was full of people and an exceptionally large table full of delicious, spicy, and colorful Mexican food with all the cousins and uncles around, my grandma Noni at the head of the table as the family matriarch. And that's why when I received the opportunity to become an exchange student in high school, her blessing was very important to me. I won't lie to you, the thought of losing my grandma while I was abroad did cross my mind. She was 83 years old. But she was also my most ardent supporter. And she told me, Hector, come here. Don't waste this opportunity. Everything will be okay. Go. And so I did. And 2 weeks before I came back, unbeknownst to me, my Noni passed away. When I was finally in Mexico, I just wanted to run and embrace my grandma and tell her all about the trip. And that's when my mother couldn't keep it any longer. In Mexico, there's no infrastructure to keep a body, to preserve it for a funeral. So she had to be buried within 24 hours. And with that, I was denied my final goodbye. And my family was so happy to finally see me that they just wanted to be around me and ask me how everything went. This was before the age of Facebook. And with that, my mourning was denied to me. My closure, it took over 15 years. 15 years what I denied in my mind that my grandma had passed away. I would just avoid going to her room, stop playing the piano she taught me to play, and pretend she was not around. But deep inside my heart, there was pain. Until someone told me, Hector, you cannot go on like this. You cannot continue to be angry at God. Because I kept asking myself, but why me? Why only 2 weeks before my arrival? She said, stop asking yourself that question. Your brain will only keep asking tirelessly a question that cannot be answered. You must accept reality. Go and visit your grandma in her grave. Bring her flowers. Accept the circumstance and choose how do you want to react. Reluctantly, I visit her grave on the next day of the dead. And for the first time in 15 years, I felt at peace. In 2020, life put me under the test again. This time, COVID-19. My father, who is 80 years old, first started with a neurological problem that turned out to be the terrible disease that is killing so many people around the world. I was desperate to go. The prognosis was so terrible. My sister called me and said, Hector, if you don't come now, you might never see him again. But I also knew that I have a pre-existing condition that will put me at high risk of death if I contract the virus. And I will leave my family behind with the risk of never coming back. I turned to God once again, but this time I realized that if I had faith in him, I would accept whatever decision on my father's health. I accepted the circumstance and left it in his hands. My father went to survive this illness, and I don't mean to say it was because of my faith. I'm rather sharing with you my experience in the hopes it can help illustrate how I was able to reach this decision. Paraphrasing Jim Rohn, life is not what happens to you. It's how you choose to react that defines the outcome of your life. Fellow Toastmasters, 2020 is still an unknown territory. We are in the middle of the storm and we do not know what lies in front of us. I invite you to think and accept this reality and choose better how you react to the circumstances, because I believe it will help you reach peace. Mr. Contest Chair.
Thank you, Hector Cabrera. Thank you, Hector. You know, dealing with these virtual keys and the amount of times you have to click to get your video back up is, well, anyway, everyone please remain silent while the judges have all the time they need to complete their ballots and to have them collected by the chief judge. Timer, could we get a 1 minute, please? All right, thank you, timer. Chief Judge, are you ready to collect your ballots and go into the breakout room?
Yes, I am.
We will now enter the breakout room with the Chief Judge. Judges, timers, and counters, please enter your breakout room.
Actually, Mike, for the sake of simplicity, if you and Hector can go back to the contestant room, we're going to move everybody over into that.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Hello.
Hi, thank you for putting up with me tonight. You know, one of the
My pleasure.
I got down to the Hector Cabrera and his speech title, and I thought, oh my God, that's what I was doing when my internet was down and I had to run and was filling out that blank spot. And I thought, well, you know what the hell? Thank God Toastmasters is a safe place to fail, because I need a safe place.
Yeah, it really is. It's good practice.
Oh yeah, I think the next one I'm going to do a lot better. And the third one, I'm going to be the contest Zoom master.
Yeah. If you get a chance to go to any other contests to see how people are doing it,
Yes.
you can learn a lot from watching other teams put it together and see how they do it. I think that you did a really great job of following the script, which I've seen a lot of area directors struggle with that, just simply sticking to the script. And, you know, that's one of the things I wanted to make sure that you were concentrating on the script and the ceremony and not any of the technical stuff. So that's definitely a good way to go.
That was excellent advice. I'm so glad to have you.
Hi, Thomas.
Hello. Can I say anything about the speech now?
No, I'm here, but I'd be happy to hear any feedback. I don't know.
Yeah,
You
I don't
can
know if it's loud though. That's the problem.
No, I know it's not
being
allowed.
recorded, right?
No, that's why I raised my hand and told you that I'm here. So
Well, actually, Hector,
I hate to,
go ahead.
sorry. Thomas, you were a judge. You were a judge at an area contest, right?
Correct.
Okay. Just so you know that judges are supposed to like throw away and destroy your ballot, and you're not supposed to speak about it to anybody.
It's gone.
That's official. That's official.
Yeah.
Now, what conversation you have with Hector on the down low is between you and Hector, but just saying. I'm not going to turn you in.
Yeah, at this moment, typically in a contest, in a brick and mortar contest, which I've been a part of plenty, I would be bringing Hector Cabrera up, and we would be having an interview. However,
Yeah, you can start that.
I thought since this is a small group that we could wait until the judges and stuff come back, because they're going to be back here real soon. As long as there was no time disqualification, then I believe, you know, so I'm just going to wait to interview him when everybody came back. But right now is when.
That's fair.
So I would, so this is just open forum. So you can talk about anything you guys want to talk about.
So Hector, what part of Mexico are you from?
I am from a small town in the mountains of the state of Puebla. It's called Huachinango, and you won't find it in the map.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's about 110 miles northeast of Mexico City, driving
Okay.
towards the Gulf of Mexico.
Cool.
That's where I grew up. Now,
How
then
far
I
from
moved
the,
to Mexico City. I'm sorry.
how far from the famous Battle of Puebla?
It's about 3 hours from Puebla
Wow.
City.
Wow,
And yeah, it's up in the mountains of the state
I
and
see.
about 2.5 hours from Mexico City. So actually it's closer to Mexico City than to Puebla. It's kind of
Great.
funny.
Great.
Yeah. And the food is excellent. So I would love if I could invite my friends to visit Mexico and try some of the famous mole from
Ah.
Puebla.
Yeah, I lived for a while back in the 60s in Cananea, which is up in the, which you
yeah.
know is up in the northern part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you drive a VW bus down there?
No, I was too young to drive at
Okay.
that time. Yeah.
There's a great book called How to Keep How to Keep Your VW Bus Alive, but they also did a book on Mexico, the same
Yeah.
author. Really
Great.
cool.
Well, in the city of Puebla, it's where they used to build the Beetle bus and the little Beetle. And
Oh, wow.
actually, they stopped
Yeah.
production in 2000. That was the last car they made with the
Yeah.
old Beetle model.
That's
And,
interesting.
there
I
is
love
a
that old
huge,
bug.
there is a huge culture of Beetle box in Mexico.
Yeah, the new one is not the same at all,
No.
and it's overpriced.
Yes, it's not anymore the people's car like the Beetle was supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
So how's it going, Matt?
It's going well. I just bumped Andy across so he'll have the link when he's ready to join. But I believe we are pretty well there.
Are we about ready to go back to the main room?
Functionally, we're all in the contestant room. It might be easier just to stay in here until we're done.
Okay.
Speaking
Fair
of,
enough.
there's Andy, our ballot counter now.
Is there any reason why we would need to go to the contestant room, Christy?
We're all in the contestant room now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can proceed.
Okay, so we're waiting on our chief judge.
Everybody's here.
She's here.
Is our chief judge? I don't see the chief judge.
She's there.
Sharon's here, Andy's here. Everybody's in this room.
There we go. There we go. I would like to have Hector Cabrera, our speaker one, to please come to the lectern. Everybody, welcome Hector Cabrera, speaker number one.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank you, Hector, for your participation in this year's Area 42 contest. And here is your certificate of participation, which I will be putting into the mail as soon as the meeting is over and getting that to you as soon as I can. Now, Hector, what club do you belong to?
I belong to the Best Side Toastmasters Club.
Do you know your club number?
Not by memory, no.
Okay. So what area and district are you from?
That's area 42, Division D, District 11.
And what's your education level?
I am a chemical engineer by training.
And other than a chemical engineer by training, what Toastmasters education level are you at?
I am Pathways level 5, almost finished in my first Pathways of presentation mastery, I had completed a CC before in the old system, and I am at level 2 and 1 in another couple of pathways.
And before we move on, I would like to ask you, what is it about speech contests that makes you excited, that makes you want to jump in? All the speech contests we have, you're there. What makes you want to participate?
That's a great question, Mr. Contest Chair. I believe contests really put you on the spot and allow you to get the best out of you that you've been learning and practicing and getting better with the feedback and the evaluation that you get from your club and your friends in Toastmasters. I believe this is the way to bring to reality those evaluations and that opportunity to enhance and improve my skills. And I love it. I love the opportunity to put myself on the spot and see if I'm getting better or not.
I noticed you used the word elevation instead of evaluation. And I remember being your mentor many years ago. I was trying to correct your dialect or what have you, and just it's evaluation, not elevation. And I'll tell you, we flipped that around where we just call it elevating, because that's what an evaluator does. He elevates the speaker. So I want to thank you for that. That was the when you say elevation, that's exactly what it is. So thank you, Hector Cabrera.
Thank you, Mike.
Chief Judge.
Yes,
We have the winners.
yes, we do. I've counted all the ballots, and our winner is our first speaker, Hector Cabrera. Surprise!
Thank you.
All right, the winner is Hector Cabrera, and we have a gift for you. Let me get to it. Ta-da! There's your certificate
Thank you.
for
Thank
being
you very
first
much.
place, Area 42 International Speech Contest. But this year, something magical happened. Did you know that I picked up the latest 3D molding software? I could literally make something right here out of 3D mold and send it digitally and have it arrive at another person at the receiver's desk. So this year, I have made a 3D molding your first place trophy. Hector Cabrera, this is your trophy for the Area 42 Contest 2021. Please receive this digitally.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Hector. Excellent job, excellent job. I want to thank everyone for your participation in the Area 42 contest. I especially want to thank all of you. Gwen, we haven't chatted much since you've been on here. Gwen and I have been in communication through Toastmasters for a long time, through LinkedIn, and I've always enjoyed her participation. This is the first time we've actually virtually became face-to-face, I think. So Gwen, thank you so much for showing up. And I just want to thank all of you I mean, from the bottom of my heart. Because this area contest would not have happened and our speaker would not have moved forward to the division if we all didn't get together and show that one member is worth it. It's worth all this effort, one member. So I want to thank all of you for helping me put this on. I am now going to officially adjourn the Area 42 contest right after our chief judge has a word.
I would like to do the same thing Mike did. Thank all the judges, all the participants, everyone who participated with this contest, but I especially want to thank Mike for all the effort that he put into it to make sure this contest came out. I pitched in and I helped him, but he spearheaded this whole thing to make sure that Hector got the contest he deserved. I want to thank all the judges, the timers, the ballot counters, but especially I want to thank Mike. And if you're a Toastmaster, you know being a Toastmaster isn't just about you. It's about the whole group. And we fellowship with one another. And I thank you for fellowshipping with us and making sure this happened. I thank everyone, but especially yay, Mike. Oh yeah, and yay, Hector too. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Chief Judge. That's exactly what I instructed her to say. I now officially call this Area 42 contest officially adjourned.
Thank you very much. Thanks for taking your time to help me get my contest to continue on the path. I really appreciate it. Thank you for taking time from your Friday and your family to do this.
Well, as I put in the chat, Hector, that's a speech that deserves to move forward. And I have been to a few of these contests and participated in a few myself. And I think, this is a good one. Go forward.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you.
Well,
I appreciate it.
There's something else I would like to add. Carl is a member of my online Toastmasters Club, online presenters.
Yeah.
It is by far the best online Toastmasters Club that there is. They train all of the others. I witnessed Carl in a speech, and it's one of the best speeches I think I've heard in a long time. I've invited Carl to speak at our club here coming up here soon. So we're going to get a little taste, just
Awesome.
a little taste of Carl Walsh here soon.
I don't know. You said you witnessed it. It sounds like it was a crime. It may have been. I don't know.
Oh, and Christy, was that a Modelo?
Well,
Looks like a Modelo can.
I have a nice Ribera del Duero from Spain. So there.
All right.
I have to have some myself. At least I
There
can
you go.
blow it. Have you everyone here? Have you all of you spending your Friday evening and say, "Oh my God, I hope I don't go over time and blow it."
Hector, I have one suggestion for you, and that is practice doing the speech standing up, and set up your camera to do that, because as you move forward, they will start demanding that.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you.
Yeah.
I got some
Yeah.
work to do to finish my space so I can do it. But
I know.
it's a great suggestion that I have received also. Thank you.
Okay, good, because it's it deserves to go forward. I want you to go with everything ready to go.
Thank you.
All right, Lou, do you have any words of wisdom for us?
Well, yeah, I do. I'm sorry I'm not able to do video. I'm blocked from doing so by the host, it looks like. But I do want to
that
say,
host.
Hector.
Our Zoom master is on it.
Okay, all right.
There he is.
I was being polite, just because the night's not about me, but it is about Hector, and so you did a great job giving a speech. I echo Carl's recommendation of standing so we can see your body language. There were some hand gestures that you had that were below the pane of the Zoom window as it was, but I think you've got a real moving speech that will definitely serve you well at the division level contest.
Well, the
And-
rules this year
and
say
it's
that,
difficult.
you've got to be seen waist up.
Yes.
So and yes, I could see a lot of your gestures that were, I mean, actually sitting down, you did a beautiful job. Truly, you did a beautiful job sitting down. But if you stand up and get down to the waist, then you're going to be in compliance and nobody can hurt you. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for the advice. That's
Yeah.
really, really good one.
When is the division level contest being held?
The division level contest is in about, I don't know the exact date. I've requested the date, but it's 2 weeks. It can't be any sooner than 2 weeks after an area contest. So it's going to be 2 weeks from now is when the date's going to be.
I believe the district calendar in their website of the district has it marked for March 19th, which is exactly 2 weeks from now. Now, I guess we have to hear from Division D director on whether that date will be or not. But that's what I know.
Yes, that's how we got today's date, was because we realized we had an area contest that we had to do. And a part of the rules is notifying the contestant at least 2 weeks in advance. So as soon as we figured it out, we gave Hector 2 weeks notice, and this is the day that 2 weeks was up.
Okay. So, and I assume the 41 and 43 area contests have been able to be conducted as well.
43 was I heard was done, and I think area 41 is this weekend.
Okay, great.
So Christy, you're from District 3.
Yes, I am from District 3, Arizona, Tucson.
In Arizona. I did take a look at your district website, and I'm really impressed. It's more up to date than some of the district websites that I see. The tutorials that you guys have is unbelievable. In fact, that's where I snatched up an area contest script, because I've reviewed about, I'd say 12 area contest scripts for virtual. And I'll tell you what, your district is laser brief. All the nuggets, all the points are done, and there was no fluff, but there's room to add fluff if you want to. And so I grabbed that format right off your site. I think so.
Yeah, I noticed that
That's
was an
great.
excellent script. But
Yeah.
as you went through it, that was an excellent script. So good choice, and kudos to District 3.
And when you
What
heard my
district are you
script,
guys in?
sounded familiar.
Oh yeah, it definitely was. And I mean, I kind of assumed that you know, every area contest sort of follows the same format, and you know, maybe things have been shared around, you know, the globe maybe, but what I am not familiar with what your district is.
Right, but what you'll find, I've managed to put my finger in many districts around the country.
Yeah, but what district is this area 42
This is
in?
District 11.
In Indiana and Northwestern
11,
Kentucky.
okay.
Yeah, Indiana and Northwestern Kentucky. So
And every district has its
Okay.
own culture. Has
Yes.
own culture. Some districts are just new and vibrant. Some cultures have the old guard that have been around for 20, 30 years and will not leave.
Yep.
And so yours looks fresh and crisp.
No.
Really?
No.
Depends who you ask.
We have a lot of past district directors or district governors is what they were called, a while ago. We have a lot of those who are still around, and they are still very vocal, and they keep eyes and monitor all of the leadership going on. So they're very much, and they will constantly provide feedback and observations. So they try to keep things, under control. But the group that's in there right now, my husband is the program quality director, and the team that's the trio this year, they worked at the beginning of the year with a whole group of people, maybe it was 10 people, who they redesigned the website. And it's brand new this year, so it is very nice. It's very fresh. They were very, very focused on remaining brand compliant and making it, look as much like Toastmasters International as possible. So it's not, it's not some homegrown thing. I mean, they really did work very hard to make it look like that.
Yeah, I could tell. It looked fresh, it looked crisp. And I was really impressed with the ease in locating things. Yeah. Now, I could forward you the paragraph in our governing documents that states past district leaders who try to get in control is an ethics violation.
Are you serious?
Yes, I can. It happens so much that there's actually rules that state no past district leaders are allowed to participate. The past district director has an obligation there.
The immediate path.
Immediate pass.
Yeah,
Lou is
I'm an
Lou's
immediate pass
right now.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
Lou.
I'm also
And-
the district leadership committee chair, and one of the policies or rules about being a district leadership chair is that you're not allowed to be the chair of any other committee or have a
Yep.
district officer role. And so I think that's by design to keep you out of being too involved,
Yeah.
so that so you can focus on the committee, but it's not necessarily a foregone conclusion that the immediate past will be the district leadership committee chair, but that's a good way for the district director to appoint that person to do that. So I have not been as involved or in the loop, and I think that's a good thing for the current trio. Have someone that they can consult with, but not someone who necessarily is involved in a lot of the inner workings, because it's their time. Each person. I'm part of a past district director, district governor online club, and that's one of the things that we strongly emphasize is we've had our time when we were trio members, and maybe I may be one again, I don't know, but it's their time now, and to let them
Wow.
find things out.
I think that's really great, Lou. I'm really impressed with that attitude, because it is so different from what I see in our district. They really they want to try and hold things on, and and keep things going the way that they had done it, because you invest so much of yourself and your time and your energy into it that it's hard to then see someone 3 years later do something totally different and all of your work is gone. And I get that. I do. I understand that. But that's a big struggle in our district.
Yeah, in District 11, they still have 3-ring binders with paperwork of all addendums that were passed in 1983. And they carry this on from one district director to the next.
No, I haven't seen that,
Yeah.
Mike. That
You
may
haven't
have
seen the
ended with
3-ring binder?
No,
Well-
I did see one for conferences, but
Yeah.
so much has changed. The rules and the environment
Yeah.
in which we operate has changed.
Yeah.
So a lot of the things that were in place years or decades ago are no longer applicable.
I would really love to see that paragraph, Mike.
You would? I'd be happy to send it to you.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, until a few years ago, I was in Founders District. So talk about an old district with an old guard. And then they split. So now I'm in a brand new district, District 100. And you begin appreciating some of the knowledge and experience of the old guard
Oh, yeah.
and how that could be useful for the
Yeah.
new people. But yeah, Founders, you had people that were, there was one gentleman, great guy, but he joined in the 40s, I think it was, in the 1940s. And now he happened to be a great guy. God bless him. But you had a lot of people who were in their advanced years who were still on carbon paper, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we
well, I
certainly
haven't-
have. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Well, no, go ahead. I just haven't heard from Thomas Weber too much today.
We got an eyeful earlier.
Right. Just listening. I'm I actually am basically the advisor for a college club, and since I took over, we've just been tanking because people don't want to come to the club when I'm in it or something. I don't know. So I'm working more with Sharon and our mentor Chaz to try and help turn us around a bit, especially when we actually have this thing called the accounting circle that pays for the memberships for all the students who join, and it's a student club.
Yeah.
So
It's hard. It's really hard. The club one of the clubs that I belong to now started the Caltech club. And it went through years where no one believed it would survive. But then all of a sudden it came alive again. And these things go through their cycles. Many clubs go through cycles of where they have their bad years and their up years. But everybody had written off Caltech, but it's strong and vibrant now. So it's possible to turn them around.
is Caltech, the Caltech club, also for all Caltech, or is this
Yes.
certain school? Okay.
Yeah, it's for all of Caltech, primarily students.
Interesting.
The one at Thomas Weber's, if I may, is
go ahead.
an accounting group. So they're mainly people with business accounting degrees they're working on, and their Toastmasters dues are helped by an accounting association here in Evansville. Is that still correct, Thomas?
Yeah, actually, the accounting circle pays all of it. It's not just helped. So they pays all the dues, and it's open to all business school students. So even anyone in business school, the accounting circle will pay for it. And we actually got a relationship with Foundation, the USI Foundation, that they will pay for other students, although we've only had one person who ever took the foundation up on that. And I don't know if that was a couple of years ago, so I don't know if they honor that now. But yeah, the accounting circle does it. And part of the thing, of course, is that when Evansville people hired our accountants, they're like, these people can't talk. We need them to talk. We need them to be able to
Mhm.
present. So that's
Yeah.
why they've even invested in the Toastmasters program.
There's
Yeah.
an odd effect that frequently happens where if somebody else is paying your dues, you don't put too much into it. It's
Yes.
and that's hard to do. They have to figure out some sort of incentive for them to actually show up and do the work.
Yeah, and the students have gotten extra credit in a lot of the classes that they've attended, and that it's actually about 2 semesters is enough, it seems, to get people to want to continue to go. But it's, I think part of the issue is the online stuff that's been a problem.
Yeah,
We've
you
had a
would
lot
think
of
that would make it easier, right?
yeah, we've had a lot of corporate clubs that the companies have paid for the dues for all of the members, and they had 20 or more members for years, and with everyone working from home, the company said, well, since people aren't able to meet in office or be in office, we're not going to support this as a and but they couldn't get 8 out of the 20 members to decide, okay, well, we're just going to renew to keep the club active. And so
Wow.
some of those clubs may be lost just because they've relied so heavily on the company and to pay the foot the bill for them that they have not.
Yeah.
Obviously, the company needs to increase salaries.
Perhaps. I don't know. These are
Now,
Tough.
Andy is an accountant, aren't you?
I work at Old National, but I do corporate compliance. I don't work in accounting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I had some beer to share with you guys and ladies.
that's
I
fine.
think I need one.
Yep.
Uh,
I think I'm going to jump off. I've got my next Toastmasters meeting 12 hours from now.
Look at Andy.
I've got
He's got to prepare. Come on, folks.
All right, thank you, Lou.
I've got the
I-
Global Online Advanced Toastmasters or GOAT Club that is at 8 a.m. that just recently chartered. Then I've got a combined area contest, and then the Past Leaders United in Service Club that is recently chartered as well out of Colorado. I'll be joining them at 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Wow.
So
Can you put a Zoom link in the chat for that GOAT Club? That sounds great.
Yeah, here, let me do that before I.
Yeah.
And how about
I
this?
may want to stop by. How often does that meet?
They meet every other Saturday.
Okay.
So they have meetings that are. It's 8 a.m. Eastern time currently.
Oy.
So that's going to be really early if you're on the West Coast.
Yeah, that's 5 o'clock here.
Yeah. Now, when they go to when we spring forward, it will be 9 a.m. Eastern time, which is still about 6 a.m. So again, I said it's 12 hours from now.
Yeah. Okay.
But let me do and I can put my email in the chat as well. So anybody who wants to reach out to me, and I don't think we have anybody else on here that's a past. I believe we do have someone from the District 3, or at least from the Arizona area, that is part of the. So there's my email there. I will find the Global Online Club.
All right, I think I'm gonna drop out as well and go think about some dinner now.
All right, thanks,
Hector.
Chris.
Thank you all very much, and congratulations, Hector.
Hey, Christy.
Thank you, Hector. Go ahead.
If you go to Toastmasters website, International, and go to Leadership Central and click Governing Documents, you'll find that in Protocol 3. Policy 3.0 and Product Protocol 3.0. It's an interesting read. I would like, I used to read this like every week. I would read the whole thing. It was like a Bible. And And so policy 3.0 and protocol 3.0, it's inside of there.
Okay. All right. I'll go look it up.
Thank you, Christy, for participating and helping with the contest. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thank
Christy.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me, and good luck on the next level.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
I'm gonna find the link for that site. I've got it in my email, so I want to
It's-
Oh, the global leaders?
find it there. Yeah, the global leaders, that's a different one.
Oh, okay.
I didn't look at it closely enough.
you
I was
have
like,
one
yeah,
called
that's us.
GOAT?
Yeah, it's called the Global Online Advanced Toastmasters Club. So Sharon has been at those meetings, I believe was a charter member, and
Global Online. I believe I've attended a few of those.
So global online
Advanced.
presenters or
No, Global Online Advanced. Let me find
advanced? I'm
the-
sorry, advanced.
Yeah, let me find the.
Yeah, they don't say on what time zone their meetings are.
Yeah,
They-
hold on. Let me.
9 to 12, but Central Eastern UK time.
Let's
Yeah.
see if this one is. Is that just the listing of the global? Yeah. So here we are.
Okay.
Global Online Advanced Toastmasters Club.
I need to drop off too. Good night, all.
Thank you very
Good night.
much.
See you
All right, I
Thursday.
got it here. Great.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, they've got a link there. So yeah, we've got members from China, India, Africa, Mongolia, I think is one.
Great. That's kind of like that online presenters club that Mike and I belong to. They've got people from all over the world. Our current
like the-
president is from Manchester, England. So
Okay. Yeah, we've got some people from the UK as well. Kit Barrett is one of the
yeah. Okay.
members there, as well as Heritosh, who is part of the
Yeah.
club here. Then the rest, probably half of the club members are from the central Indiana
Mhm.
area. But yeah, we've
Well,
got a good.
Yeah, with online presenters, it was formulated in Florida. So yeah, most of the members are Florida, but you've got quite a few of us who are not.
Okay, good. So yeah, if I can find the Zoom link here, I'll put it in here before I drop off. They have it posted on their Facebook page as well.
Okay.
I've got it. Let's see if I can find it rather quickly here. I know they posted it on our District 11 web page earlier this week. Let's see, that's.
Well, while you're looking, I'm surprised nobody said anything about my tux tonight.
You know, I was
like it.
admiring it. I was definitely admiring it. And it's so much easier, it looks like, to get outfitted in it than mine is. There you go. I like it.
Let's see. I'll put some more things in the chat, and then I've got to click on the link. It has the Zoom link, but it doesn't have it. Okay, yeah, I'm going to cancel that. Like the URL, but unfortunately, it has the URL where I can't copy and paste it because it's truncated. And so if I click on it, then it sends me there.
Well, he should be able to go to Toastmasters.
Yeah, I'll go to Toastmasters and look for it here.
You should be able to punch in the name.
You
of the
have an
club.
ID. Yeah, you have an ID and a passcode here.
Yeah, you'll be able to access the meeting there through the
Yeah.
passcode's global, and then that's the meeting idea. But
Yeah.
so if you put that in there, so yeah, it is 8 a.m. Or it's 8 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
So depending on the time difference there, but yeah, anyone's welcome to attend. So
All right.
Hector as well, if you
Thank you. Thank you so
would like
much.
to attend, you know,
I'll be
you're
like
more than
6
welcome.
a.m. like 6
Yeah.
a.m.
Great.
Central time, but or 7 a.m. Central
7
time.
a.m. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's not bad. I usually have business calls throughout the week at 6. Today I started at 6 in the morning because
Oh, so that's normal for you.
yeah, it
Yeah.
is normal. I talked to people around the globe this morning. I had a call with someone in New Delhi in India. So
Yeah.
it is the way it goes. But I also have to go to the family. I really
All right.
want to thank you for participating on and making possible this contest. Thank you, Carl, Lou, and Mike. Thank you for all the effort
Okay.
that you put to making this happening.
Yeah.
I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'm really looking forward to have opportunity to see you again through virtual or not.
Right.
Thank you.
All right.
Sounds good. Thanks, Hector.
And
Thanks,
nice
everyone.
and nice job, Mike.
Thank
Good.
you.
Well done.
Yeah, Mike and Hector, both good
Thank you.
jobs.
Well,
Yeah.
I think we made the official qualifications for an area contest,
Oh yeah.
and it
Yeah,
was
we're
fun.
good.
I think it was fun. Do you guys think it was fun?
It was good practice.
Absolutely.
It was good
And
practice. Yeah.
and you know how it is. Area contests are usually where people are learning what they're doing. So sometimes they can be real disasters.
Mhm.
But that's how we learn. That's exactly how we learn. And by division, it gets a little bit better. And then by
Mhm.
district, it's pretty solid. But this ran very smoothly.
Yeah.
No problems at all.
Sounds good. Well, I'm going to jump off. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, Luke. Thanks.
Thank
All
you.
right, take care.
Thank you very
And
much.
see you guys later.
See you.
Thank
All
you.
right, Mike.
Very
See you,
nice to
Carl.
meet you.
Let
Thank
me
you.
know, Mike, when you want me to speak at your club. Okay.
Oh, I will. And you and Hector need to make sure you get contact information from each other, because there's a lot about Hector and a lot about you that I think you guys need to be in touch with each other.
Okay. Here you go, Hector. Here's my email.
It's
Yes,
easy. It's
I'm just
Carl
doing
at
it.
Carl Wash Speaks.
There you go.
You'll never
Thank
forget
you.
his email address.
I just sent you mine.
It's just a lot to type out. That's all.
Yeah, very nice to meet you, Carl.
Hey, I wanted to ask you, Hector, where does your last name come from? The Farjat.
Yes, that's a Lebanese last name. Well,
There you
name.
go.
It's actually a name, not a last name, but when my grandfather arrived to Mexico, to the port of Veracruz, that was about 1918. The way that it worked with the, let's say, the Mexican Ellis Island, if you want to call it that way.
Yeah.
The immigrants will come to the port and they will be asked, what's your name? And my grandfather's name, first name, was Farjat. And his last name, it was way more complicated. Farjat, Hotar, so on and so forth. And they say, okay, your new name is Philip Farjat, because in Spanish, Felipe starts with an F. And then they gave him a Christian name and used his name as last name.
You know,
And
the exact same thing happened at Ellis Island as well. They did
Yes.
exactly the same stuff.
I know that when I had the opportunity to visit Ellis Island in 2011, and I went to the museum, and it was like I was looking at the history of my grandfather coming to Mexico. Very, very similar process. And those pictures, the anti-immigrant sentiment at the time, and but the embrace the people got, and it was really something really close to my heart. And in the Mexican, or not only Mexican, but all across Latin America, we keep the mother's and the father's last name.
Right.
So My father is Cabrera and my mother is Farjat, which you will know because you live in Cananea, right? So everyone in Mexico uses those two
Sure.
names. And that's, I kept
Sure.
mine.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a grandfather that passed through Ellis Island in the early part of the 20th century, but he was Irish, so they let him keep his name.
Yeah.
Well, I count tombstones back to early 1800s in Muhlenberg County, Kentucky.
Yeah.
And so I think before that, they were wood stakes.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
I can tell you is I'm just second generation Mexican, and now I'm an immigrant myself. I got two Mexican.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I have two Mexican American daughters born in Indiana, so just perpetuating the family immigration history.
Yeah.
Who knows where my daughters will go or their kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll go to Canada. Just keep moving north.
It's too cold for us, but who knows?
Yeah. Well, Indiana isn't exactly warm.
No, but I mean,
South Indiana, southern Indiana, right at the Kentucky border. We have a
Yeah.
fairly mild climate.
we got to snow every 5 years, so I cannot complain.
Snow every 5 years, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was with Lance Miller, a former world champion. He lives just a couple miles from me, so we're good friends.
I've seen this material.
Yeah, and he actually comes from Indiana, and it's a little town that from Cincinnati. We were there in Cincinnati at the conference, and we drove to his hometown, which was about an hour and a half outside of Cincinnati in Indiana. Just drive directly west. I forget the name of it.
I was at that conference.
Oh, were you? Okay, yeah, I was competing there. Yeah, in the semifinals.
Yeah.
So got to see his little town in Indiana, which was pretty interesting. Pretty interesting.
Well, I hope you win this year. Are you in the international?
No, I haven't competed for quite a while. In fact, that was the last time.
Good, because you know something? Next year, after COVID's done, the international contest is in Nashville, Tennessee.
You know, I've been waiting for something like that to happen before I compete.
Fantastic. We can just drive there. I mean,
yeah. So
I have a brother that's just outside of Nashville.
Carl, if you want to compete next year, you're going to have to go through me.
All right.
You're going to have to go through me.
Okay.
I'm looking forward in the meantime to have you as guest speaker to our Bedside Toastmasters Club. It will be fantastic.
I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
Thank you, Carl.
Good night, guys.
All right. Good night, folks.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye-bye.